Just after 6:51 in our Smart Start for Monday, the Buffalo Bills, the winners of the AFC East after beating rival Miami Dolphins on the road last night.
Oh, huge game. Huge win. Again, with those big playoff implications. The Bills already in the playoffs before kickoff, but in beating the Finns, the Bills now get a home field advantage in at least the first round. But it's not the prettiest win for the team. They've kind of had a few of those in a row here now. They were down by a score going into the fourth quarter. Head coach Sean McDermott saying that all three sides of the ball helped turn the tide, but there was one play in particular that really stood out.
Sparked by Deontay Hardy's punt return. But special teams were on it tonight, which was good to see. And then Josh and his leadership, and you could just tell his will to win. He was not going to be denied, and that's who he is. And then the defense really stood up in the second half, made some adjustments, and those guys, they came back and reset in the second half.
Now the Steelers will be the ones visiting Orchard Park Sunday to start those playoffs. Kickoff at 1 sharp right here on News 8.
Sunrise traffic here, your Monday morning commute back to work and back to school for the kids. 590 and 390 looking okay. Out on the west side, though, issues with a crash, possible injuries in Gates as 490 going west at the Buffalo Road exit. We'll keep an eye on that and let you know if anything else shows up here early on this Monday at about 7:25.
Now another of our top headlines here, giving hope to others. That is what the mother of Josh Orr says that he was all about.
Josh and his friend a week ago, Justina, were killed when their Uber was hit by a driver police say was out to hurt as many people as possible as they left a concert early in the morning New Year's Day at the Kodak Center. News 8 sat down with Josh's family Sunday, including his mom, dad, 2 brothers. They describe him as a role model and a wonderful friend, not only to Justina, but to so many others in his life.
Josh was really a special person to me. He was the person I looked up to the most. He was always there for me. His video game community, I would join one of his parties and it would just be such a safe space. Like, everyone was always relaxed. Sometimes there would be yelling because they lost a game or whatever. But when Josh was there, I mean, everything just ran so smooth. They all looked up to him as a leader.
The family also thanked the first responders from the scene who selflessly rushed in to help that morning.
Happening today, we could very soon see the end of the legal saga for a Rochester man who's finally been released from prison last month after serving wrongfully 37 years.
Michael Rhines was found guilty of 4 counts of second-degree murder and 5 counts of attempted first-degree robbery in 1986. But it wasn't until recently his conviction was tossed due to false testimony during trial. Rhines was convicted in a deadly double shooting at Rico's Bar on Lexington Avenue in September 1984. He was sentenced to 52.5 years to life in prison. That conviction was tossed after 2 jailhouse informants took back their statements made during the initial trial. Court paperwork says both men testified falsely for reduced prison sentences of their own. One even wrote to the Monroe County District Attorney 2 years after that first trial admitting to the false testimony, but never got a response. Today, the case is expected to be officially dismissed.
And later this evening, the Rock Against Gun Violence Coalition will hold a meeting as they try and stay ahead of that gun violence in our city. Late last year, the group released an action plan calling on government officials for aid, but also to support changing gun laws. They also want to focus on education for city youth and employment opportunities for disadvantaged groups. Tonight's meeting is open to the public starting at 6 p.m. in City Council chambers. Remember, that is at 30 Church Street. More than 100 Boeing 737 MAX 9 jetliners are still stuck on the ground after an Alaska Airlines jet had sections of its fuselage blown out mid-flight, missing the entire emergency door. Now, as of Sunday, the FAA indicated further maintenance is needed to make sure that all those aircrafts, they stay on the ground until they are officially deemed safe.
To the border, the Biden administration is pushing back against harsh criticism from Republicans that the president is not doing enough to ease the problem in the face of just a wave of migrant crossings. House Republicans are trying to impeach the Secretary of Homeland Security as well. All of that comes as a new poll from CBS News shows there has been an increase in the number of Americans who say the situation at the border is a flat-out crisis. A majority say it's either a crisis or a serious problem.
All right. Well, before we leave you, we want to check in on that forecast, James. You've got quite a lot for us this week.
Yeah, if you needed a reason to take down the Santa Claus inflatable in your front yard.
Exactly.
Right there.
It's gonna blow away
Go grab him, yeah.
This is going to be it. Yeah, let's finish those decorations, cleaning up, because we've got that strong wind tomorrow. Today, really no issues at all. Mid-30s, mostly cloudy skies. Tomorrow, that's it. The time we see snow to rain to wind overnight into Wednesday. And we get all of that again on Wednesday. So big storm system on the way. We'll continue to highlight it over the next 36 hours.
Well, enjoy today then.
Yeah. While you can. Yeah. Thank you so much for sharing your morning with us here on News 8, everyone.
We'll see you back here in half an hour. CBS Mornings coming your way at 7.
Follow News 8 wherever you are on RochesterFirst.com, Facebook, Twitter, and on our app for news and weather.